For introduction, Japan is one of the famous countries known as a developed country. The development of Japan in many aspects has been made other countries, such developed countries like America, open their eyes and see the existence of Japan in compete in many ways, including in trade. Through this success development, Japan has a quality of social life such as discipline and ethic in works and manners also. So this is the key of their successful and which are this is very good things in order to make a change of something to be a better in future. And this is very good to apply in country to make sure the country is better and be a developed country. And because of these two, Malaysia very proud and had a new policy which is Look is policy. This policy made Japan as a role model in improving many aspects, especially in economy, in order to be a successful country. Next, we move to the background of this assignment. So, Malaysia and Japan already have a harmonious relation since a long time ago, after the colonial era in 1957. And this relation is a bilateral relation that have their own benefits and which are both countries have the importance and benefit towards each other, such in economy, defense, technology, and so on and so forth. Look is policy is made by ex-Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad in 1981 after he appointed as a Prime Minister at that time. This policy was created as an initiative to learn the experience of Japan in managing their country to be a success like right now. And this policy had several programs such as exchange students and trainees. This program is held because to give the experience to the trainees and students to learn about this country, Japan, especially in technology and industrial that Japan do. And through this policy also had investment toward each other. And so we can see that through this policy, it gives the benefit to both countries in order to fulfill their needed in many aspects. Next is problem statement. Look is policy that was established as a reference for Malaysia to make a change in many aspects to be a successful country like Japan. And it also helped to improve in many aspects such economy, political, and social like Japan do. And it also gives the benefit with the sharing or through the sharing, the investment, the export and import activities, and so on and so forth. But it has a challenge in maintaining this relation and remain sustainable trade. So there are many improvements that have to be planned and to make a strategy to have to focus and to make sure the relation is remain and relevant from time to time.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Daniel Iskandar bin Zulkarnain. This part I would like to explain about the analysis of issue. Malaysia and Japan have reaffirmed their respective commitment to redouble their effort to meet the challenge of the new era. Issue relate to the global supply chains. The second is the two countries has expanded the scope of cooperation in recent years, including in measures to combat COVID-19, smart city development, communication infrastructure, and energy transition. The third is Japan was the largest investor in Malaysia in 2019. It's now growing from a traditional focus on electronic goods to high value added manufacturing such as medical device and service sector such as digital, halal industry and logistics. The last of issue is Malaysia will also seek to attract more foreign direct investment and strengthen trade ties with Japan. And the other part is literature review. The transportation equipment industry need to become more efficient and achieve high productivity so that production costs can be saved. In this regard, aspect of technical efficient technological change and total factor productivity growth TFP become highly relevant. Japanese investment in Malaysia has increased significantly since the liberalization of foreign investment regulation. Japan in 1969, before 1916, there were only 50 Japanese firms in Malaysia, ahead of by the 1918, the number had increased to nearly 1,300 firms, and the amount of Japanese investment in Malaysia amounts to almost 1 billion ringgit. Japan has also replaced the United States as the largest foreign investor in Malaysia. Economic is a consideration important in enhancing diplomatic relation between Malaysia and Japan since it was intertwined. However, the regional political atmosphere during the year the 1970 also influenced subsequent relationship. Some development which took place in the Asian region during the decade affected Japanese relation with ASEAN and Malaysia in particular. The collaboration allowed Japan to explore the halal industry as new business sector next to be in the current trend showing rapid growth in the Muslim consumer friendly segment in the region. We believe the collaboration between HDC and across will open up new opportunities for small and medium entrepreneurs in Malaysia to penetrate the Japanese halal market and explore new market opportunities for the export of halal product to Japan. 30 Japanese conglomerates and multinational company of the country such as Mitsubishi Corporation, Mitsui and Marubeni Corporation, Aeon, Japan Petroleum Exploration and ENEOS Corporation, which have expressed a desire to explore trade opportunities and increase investment in the country. The new areas that can be ventured into include cutting-edge industry, aviation and space industry, smart city, energy supply and climate change. Over 15,000 Malaysians has relocated to Japan for this reason, and bilateral ties have improved. This article will examine the LEP and analyze Japan-Malaysia relation. It will also attempt to predict the difficulties that Malaysia and Japanese institutions may encounter under the second phase of this program.
Next, I will continue to the method of problem solving. The method that used to solve the issues in our research is qualitative. We use this method to involve the collecting and analyzing the non-numerical data to understand the concepts, opinions or experience of Malaysia and Japan relations in a new directions in the Look East policy for the development of new industry and sustainable trade. Next, we'll also use SWOT analysis to evaluate the issues. SWOT is an analysis method used to evaluate the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats involved in a research activity. It also the positions of SWOT analysis in the strategy management process. Firstly, seen in terms of strength, it can help two or more countries in maintaining a good relationship that is fair and harmonious until a policy is created that has further strengthened the cooperation between the two countries to be more intact and stronger, that namely the Look East policy. Secondly is weakness. The weakness is a challenge for Japan in the world where the people of East Asia had been looking east long before Malaysia adopted the Look East policy. When Japan started modernizing during the Meiji Restoration, East Asians who were faced with aggressive European and American free traders to open their countries for trade. Thirdly is opportunities. The 40th anniversary gives a great opportunity since the Malaysian government adopted the Look East policy in 1982, cause they can publicize the significant roles the LEP has played and to encourage the Japanese and Malaysians to go hand in hand toward the future. And last is threats. When the Japan looks forward to enhancing cooperation with Malaysia risk management, by exploring new areas in the Look East policy, which include the disaster, carbon neutral development, health and aging, digitalizations, and aerospace technology. Last is the closing and recommendations. This research is offered a critical overview of Malaysia-Japan relations in the Look East policy for the development of new industries and sustainable trade. The Look East policy was developed out of Mahathir's idea that there was room for growth in Malaysian standards. Look East policy has helped to bring Malaysia and Japan being together. For example, is facilitating access to Japanese capital through the samurai bonds and providing Malaysia with investment, skilled labor and technologies from Japan. Malaysia is close to becoming a developed nation and continued community development will be key to the country's future growth.